Okay, so what we have here is a Honda XR200 1990 model. I purchased this a couple of years ago for my son for about 600 bucks. Was in running order, had a bit of a dicky kickstart, so I replaced the spring. My son's not really using it anymore, so I decided to clean it up and give it a bit of a service and pass it on to somebody else. So here goes. It's been sat for about 6 months, so it's got stale petrol in it, probably needs a bit of a carby clean, tyres pumping up, just a bit of a service really. Nothing too strenuous. It's starting, but it's not starting very well, so I might just check the valves out and go from there. Right, gonna remove the saddle and fuel tank, just so I can get to the carburetor easier and give it a bit of a clean, because I think it's probably full of old fuel and probably a little bit corroded and blocked up. Been a pretty reliable bike, this. Only problems I've had with it has been the kickstart's been a bit temperamental, so I changed one of the gears on it, which was a bit of a pain because that set the whole engine to pieces. But apart from that, it's been a pretty reliable bike. For an old 200, it's quite powerful. Right, just 2 bolts holding on the saddle. And a clip holding the tank on. And 2 bolts on the side. Petrol's off. Let's get the fuel pipe off. Should lift off in theory. Which makes getting to the carburetor a little bit easier. And also good for doing the valves. Right, there's 2 bolts holding the carburetor on, which are size 10, and 1 screw holding the airbox tube on. So I'll just take those off, and we should be able to get the carburetor out. Unscrew the throttle cable. Screwdriver to take off the airbox tubing. Just a G-clamp on there. I'll loosen that off. I pull that tube off. That up there for the time being. And then the carb should just drop out. One carburetor. So we've got a little Kian Japanese carburetor, probably about a 30mm. Just needs a bit of a strip down and a clean, so I'll start doing that. Okay, so I stripped down the carburetor. Looks a bit grimy in there. The pilot jet was a little bit blocked, so I've unblocked that. Taken the fuel screw out, and there's supposed to be a small O-ring and a small washer in there. The O-ring was completely buggered, and yeah, I think the washer's missing as well. So I'm going to put that all in the ultrasonic and give that half an hour and try and get that looking clean. Hopefully replace that O-ring and washer, and then she should be good to go, I think. Right, carb all cleaned out. Just got to reassemble it now, find that new O-ring and washer for the fuel screw, and we should be ready to go back on the bike. Just checking for spark, seems to be pretty good. I don't know if you can see this. So the spark seems pretty good. I will change the spark plug at some stage, but for now it should be okay. Alright, while I've got the tank off, I'll check the valves as well. So I'll need to remove this cap and this cap, and I should be able to get some feeler gauges in there and check the gap. I'll get it to top dead center, which is achieved by unscrewing this and turning the flywheel until we get to top dead center. Okay, gonna give the timing caps a bit of a polish up while they're off, just to tidy the bike up a little bit. So with a bit of wet and dry paper, gonna give them a little bit of a polish, then put them on the buffing machine. So just gonna check out the timing chain on this XR200. See if we can get the timing, see if we can get it running nice. I did clean all the carburetor a few days ago, so that should be clean. And I did check the timings, but I'm just gonna check the timing chain, make sure nothing's moved there. Probably should have done that first, but hey ho. I'll just remove this cover, and then we should be able to see timing on the pickups. Timing looks pretty good on it. So on here you got some timing marks just here for the plate. When it's top dead center, this line here and this line here should line up. So I'll just check that out. Actually a 12mm. Need a torch. Actual timing mark is there. Hang on. Okay. Theory, that should be top dead center. No, looks like something's out. So it's slightly off by the looks of it with the pickup. So these two should line up. So I've just loosened these two screws off and turned the plate a little bit to line up this mark with this mark. It throws this mark out just a tad, but I think we'll go with the pickup rather than the, what's its name. I might just give those pickups a clean with a bit of Scotch-Brite as well while we're in there, and we'll see what happens. Bike all seems to be running fine now. Timing all seems to be worked out pretty good. I did notice on this, there's actually 2 marks on the timing. One's a line and one's a dot. It's actually the dots you have to line up for that to be in the correct position, that plate. So basically what I'm going to do now is, as the bike's all running well, give it a good clean up. I'm going to have a go at polishing the cover for this, which is here. I'm going to strip this down using some paint stripper. Then I'm going to give it a good buffing and make it look like chrome, just to tidy it up, make it look good. So that's the cover for the points. I'll give that a polish up with some sandpaper, try and get some of these dirty marks off, and then I'll put it on the buffing machine and see if we can get it looking like chrome, and give it a good tidy up. So before I put it on the buffing machine, I'll get the worst of the corrosion and dirt off of it with a bit of wet and dry paper, which makes life easier when you come to buff them. So what you're effectively aiming for is to get the metal looking like that, get these dark pieces out with sandpaper, and then we put it on the buffing machine, and then it should come up like chrome. Alright, polished and buffed. Might just do a little bit of paint to highlight the CDI on there. Do a little bit of black paint, and we're there. So, refitted the CDI cover, which is all nicely polished up. Just giving this a little touch up with some spray. Then just have to give that a good varnish. It will wear off again, but it tidies it up, makes it look half decent. I'm just going to do the same with the other side. So I'll give this a good spray up and tidy that up. And we're pretty much halfway there then. Just done the cover for the exhaust. And then it's a clean up of the cylinders. A little bit of a tidy up. Got to decide what I'm going to do with this plastic here. This one's actually missing. So I'm either going to make one, or I've got an old one which I might be able to use. So we'll see how we go. So given a coat of like a graphite-y grey spray and sealant just to finish those off. I've done the other side as well. Which tidies the engine covers up. So by the time I get the exhaust guard on there, should look quite tidy. So just soaking the air filter in some fuel. This actually draws all the dirt and grit out of it. So you just have to make sure these are very dry before you put them back on the bike, and give them a spray with some filter foam, which prevents any more dirt getting sucked into them. But yeah, it's coming up pretty clean. So it was a new filter about a year ago, so it should be in pretty good condition. Okay, got some foam filter oil just to spray on the oil filter, give it a bit of protection. Messy old stuff. I'll give it a good coat. Try and get that on my bike without getting covered in blue stuff. Okay, got that into position. Got slightly covered in blue stuff, which I've cleaned off because I've got to put white plastics on there. But let's see how we go. So the actual nuts have come out of the airbox, so I'm going to have to melt some new ones in. Just done that one. So basically just got a nut, heated it up, pushed it into the plastic and set it in, and then tried to melt the plastic over it just to make it a bit more secure. So I'll put that in. Hit it up with a gas lighter. Right, it's sort of in position. I'll try and melt the plastic over it a bit to stop it pulling out. Right, that should be in now. Touch wood, that should hold. So it gave the headlight a lick of paint on the back because that was pretty rusty. Sanded that all down, gave it a prime and a respray. So just putting that back together now, which is just a case of 3 screws, rewire that up, and just got to connect some new cables to it. Right, plastics, headlights, all back on now. Tank slightly polished up. Plastics, which I nicked off my old bike. Put some blue decals on there just to give it an original sort of feel, but it's cleaned up pretty good. It was more of a detailing job this rather than a mechanical job. But yeah, it's come out okay. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Also, I appreciate any comments. Thank you very much. With a little bit of tuning and a little bit of detailing, you can make a big difference to an old bike. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.